Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back into my channel. So in this lecture and lab, we're going to talk about numbered extended ACLs. And at the end of this lecture, we're going to configure this lab on configure extended IPv4 ACL for the CCNP slash ENcor exam. So like I always say, I'm going to leave a link of this book in the bottom of the description section. This video so you can have it and be able to read it. This is the official cert guide for the CCNP slash CCIE ENcor 305-401. If I'm not mistaken, let me double check to make sure. Yep. So 350-401 official cert guide straight from Cisco. So now, guys, so the process for defining a number is not standard ACL, I'm sorry. So we already have that. So the process of defining a number extended ACL is as follows. Find the ACL by using the command access list ACL number deny permit. And the second step, so there go the first step. You have to do the access list ACL number deny or permit. You have to use the protocol source and the wildcard destination and the wildcard destination wildcard. So the protocol option log input, and the ACL number can be 100 to 199 or 2000 to 2699. The second step is to apply the ACL to an interface by using the command IP access group. So there we go. It's IP access group, and the ACL number in pipe or out under NFS configuration mode. So as we standard ACL source wildcard and destination wildcard can be defined to match a single host with the host keyword or match any subnet with any keyword. So the protocol option keyword differs based on the protocol specified in the ACA. In the ACE, for example, when TCP or UDP protocol are defined, the EQ, LT, and GT equal to, less than, and greater than. Keywords become available to specify ports to be matched, as well as more granular options such as sync and ARC. So this is an example of an ACL configuration, an extended ACL configuration. So it just gives you like the command here. So name ACL, bang, 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 standard and extended ACL and stuff. So port ACL and VLAN ACL. So this book is very interesting. Like I said, I always advise, if you want, you could have this book. Not only to pass the CCNP and core exam, but also it can help you to enhance your knowledge. Just in case if you forget something, you could always refer to this book and get, brush off your memory and stuff. So here, let's go ahead and pull up this Word document that I prepared here for this topic. So the extended access list. So the prerequisite of this lecture here is to have the knowledge of access list, ACL, instant ACL before you jump into the extended ACL. So access list is a set of rules defined for controlling network traffic and reducing network attacks. ACL are used to filter traffic based on the set of rules defined for the incoming or outgoing of the network. So extended access list, it is true. But we do that. Let's grab this, make this here, then center this. So extended access ACL is one of the type of access list which is mostly used as it can distinguish IP traffic. Therefore, the whole traffic will not be permitted or denied like an extended access list. These are the ACL that use both source and destination IP addresses and also the port number to distinguish IP traffic. In this type of ACLs, we can also mention with IP traffic should be allowed or denied. So these use the range of 100 to 199 and 2000 to 2699. So the features extended list generally applied close to the source, but not always. So in the extended access list, packet filtering takes place on the basic of the source IP address, destination IP address, and port numbers. In an extended access list, particular services will be permitted or denied. Extended access list is created from 100 to 199 and extended range from 2000 to 2699. If numbered with extended access list is used, then remember rules can't be deleted. If one of the rules is deleted, then the whole access list will be deleted. If name with the extended access list is used, then we have the flexibility to delete a rule from the access list. So the configuration, so there go architecture, we have internet, sales, marketing, telnet data, and finance, deny, FTP data. So this is a small topology in which there are three departments, namely sales, finance, and marketing. So the sales department has a network of 172.16.10.40/24, and the finance department has a network of 172.16.50/0/24. And the marketing department has a network of 172.16.16.60.0/24. Now, we want to deny the FTP connection from the sales department to the finance department and deny the telnet to the finance department from both the sales and the marketing department. So now first, configuring the number extended access list for denying the FTP connection from the sales to department from the sales to finance department. So there go the command that we'll be using. Let's make this word so everybody can see it. And then, so here we create, bang, bang, bang. Here we first create a numbered access list in which we use 110, used from the extended access list range, and deny the sales network 192.172.16.40.0 to make an FTP connection to the finance network 172.16.50.0. So here's a note. Here, as FTP use TCP and the port number 21, therefore we have to specify the permit or deny the condition according to the need. Also, after EQ, we have to use the port number for the specified application layer protocol. Now, we have to deny Telnet connection to finance department from both sales and marketing department, which means no one should Telnet to finance department. So so there go the configuration. Now, here we have to use keyword any, which means this, and any IP address from any subnet mask as Telnet use port number 23. Therefore, we have to specify the port number 23 after EQ. Now, this is the most important part. As we already know, there is an implicit denied at the end of every access list, which means that if the traffic does match any of the rule of access list, then the traffic will be dropped. By specifying any means that the source having any IP address traffic will reach finance department except the traffic which is matches the above rule that we have made. Now, we have to apply this access list on an NFS on of the router. This lecture is almost done. It's a very short lecture, but we have to understand. As we remember, we have to apply the extended access list as close as possible to source. But here we have applied it too close to the destination because we have to block the traffic for both sales and marketing department. Therefore, we have to apply close to the destination here. Otherwise, we have to make separate access lists from fast internet interface 00 and fast internet 1.0 inbound. So access list example. So we prepare a few of example down here. There we go. Now the same topology. Let's make this word so everybody can see. So it's important that you understand these, not just doing the lab, but be able to understand. Okay. So now that we went over, so using this command, we have made an access list name in block ACL, and then the same configuration we have done in numbered access list. So why don't we go ahead and pull a packet tracer and do our lab today. So the lab says that in packet tracer, it says configure extended IPv4 ACL scenario 2. So if you just drop into this video, I would advise you to look at the previous video that we have done for access to configure an access list for IPv4. Now we have now we're about to do the extended one. So now we have the devices, router, 3 PC and 2 server, the interfaces, the IP address, the subnet mask, and the default gateway. So the objective you see here, not wasting time, it says in part 1, we have to configure a name extended access list. In part 2, we have to apply and verify the extended access list. So in this scenario, a specific device on the land or allowed to browse services on server located on the internet. So why don't we go ahead and start doing this? So it says to configure one name ACL to implement the following policy. So block HTTP and HTTPS from block HTTP and HTTPS from PC1 to server and server 2. The servers are inside the cloud and you can only know the IP addresses. So block the we have a couple blocks that we have to do. Let's go ahead and start making those changes. So again, so it says we gotta so block FTP access from PC2 to server 1 and 2, block ICMP access from PC3 to PC1 and server 1. So note, for scoring purpose, you must configure the statement in order to specify following step. Let's see, hold up. Okay. So what we should do is, it says that to deny PC1 access to HTTP and HTTPS service on server 1 and 2, create an extended access to create a name extended IP access list on router 1, which will deny PC1 access to the HTTP and HTTPS service of server 1 and server 2. So for access control statement as required. So what is the comment? To begin, the configuration as an extended access list. Okay, so first thing first, let's say for instance, the scenario that let's say in a scenario that two employees need to access to service provider by the server PC1 only needs FTP access with PC2 only need web access, or both. Um, um, so So the command that should be used in here should be IP access list extended ACL. That should be the answer for this question. This question here, it should be IP access list extended ACL. So now on part 2, we have to begin the ACL configuration with a statement that denies access from PC1 to server 1 only for HTTP port 80. Okay, so in this case, what we should do is, let's pull this router as we've been told. Let's go ahead and get it into the configuration mode. Enable conf t. Now you could just go ahead and just copy this the whole command and paste it here. What am I doing? Okay. So what we should do first of all is to type in this command IP access list extended ACL should be in capitalized. Then we can pull up this and apply this. Oh man. Okay. So next, Next, we gotta enter the statement that denied access from PC1 to server 1 only for HTTPS, which is port 443. So let's go ahead and scroll this a little bit. Let's make this bigger so everybody can see. So it says that next, enter the statement that denies access from PC1 to server 1 only for HTTPS, which is port 443. So let's grab this, let's copy it, and let's paste it here and hit enter. Now, we have to enter the statement that denies access from PC1 to server 2 only for HTTP. So we refer to the addressing table for the IP address to server 2. So the IP address to server 2. So on auto 1, we have to deny this, and there go the IP address for server 2 is right there. So let's go here. Let's just double check to make sure. There go the IP address for server 2. So we have that. We just copy it and paste it. Okay, so let's do that and go all the way. Put the D. Okay. So now what else we do? Server 2. Okay, so now on the ESS, enter the statement that denies access from PC1 to server 2 only for HTTPS, which is this. No, HTTPS is port 443. Let's go ahead, enter. Now in step 2, it says that we have to deny PC2 access to FTP services on server 1 and server 2. So we have to refer to the addressing table for the IP address of PC2. So enter the statement that denied access from PC2 to server 1 only for HTTP port only for FTP port 21 only. So we have it here. And let's do that. Okay. Enter. Now it says enter the statement that denies access from PC2 to server 2 only for the port, only for FTP port 21 only. So we gotta do that too. So yeah, paste it, hit enter. So now in step 3, it says that we have to deny PC3 to ping server 1 and 2. So refer to the addressing table for the IP address for PC3. So enter the statement that denies ICMP access from PC3 to server 1. So we have it right there. Let's go ahead and just type it. Then copy it and paste it. Makes our life easier. Okay, enter. So now it says to enter the statement that denies ICMP access from PC3 to server 2. So we have it right there. Copy it. We paste it. Now it says permit all other IP traffic. So it says by default an access list denies all traffic that does not match any rule in the list. Enter the command that permit all traffic that does not match any of the configured access list statements. So, so that's on part 4. So the way to do that, just so you know, it should be permit IP, permit IP any, then any. Hit enter. Okay, so in part 5, which we almost done here, is to verify the access list configuration before applying it to an interface. So before any access list is applied, the configuration needs to be verified to make sure that there are no topographical errors and that the statements are in correct order. To review the current configuration of the access list, use either the show access list or the show running config. Let's go ahead and grab this, but then we have to end. Then we paste. Now let's see if all that we have here is much. What we have? It says 10d9 host. Well, this switch all the way to 19. So 10d9 host, bang, 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 20d9 host, and 30d9 host, 40, yep, 40, and 50, TP, 60, so obviously that oh, 60 is pretty much missing. Let's grab this, copy, let's go back to configuration mode. Enable conf t, and we should just do what, see about, we're gonna get that. Then we paste this, hit enter, and then we end that, and then we do power. So now, so 9, so 2, okay, so we just have that twice, but we good. Okay, so deny. Okay. So the other command again is this command, which doing the same thing. Let's type it. It's the same command. Let's execute the same purpose. Okay. Okay. So now it says that, note that the difference between the output of the show access list command and the output of the show running config command is that the editing and inserting of a single line within the access list configuration. So sequence number also define the processing order of individual access control statement, starting with the lowest sequence number. So now we have to apply and verify the extended access list So the traffic to be filtered is coming from 172.3.1.96/27 network, and is destined for remote networks. So appropriate ACL placement depends on the relationship of the traffic with respect to router 1. In general, extended access list should be placed on the interface closest to the source of the traffic. Well, let's see what we have here. And so then we're going to apply the ACL to the correct interface and in the correct direction. So note that in the actual operational network, an untrusted ACL should never be applied to an active interface. So this is not a good practice and can disrupt network operations. So on which interface should the ACL be applied, in which direction? So the answer to that should be the interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0 in. So let's go ahead and do that. Still this. Let's put this on config T. Then we do, oh, let's see if we find it. If they give it to us, why not? Also, they didn't give it to us, so we got to type that in ourselves. So we got to do interface gigabit 0/0. Then we should do IP access group. Just type in ACL, then in. So that's the answer to this question. This is the answer to this question. Where is it? It says that on which interface should the name ACL be applied, in which direction? So it should be the interface gigabit internet 0, and their direction is to ACL in access group. So now it says to test the access for each PC. So access the website to server 1 and server 2 using the web browser. To PC 1, use the HTTP and the HTTPS protocol. Use the command access list command to view. Bang, bang, bang. So access the web server 1, web server 2 using the web browser on PC 1. So it says on PC 1, it asks us to access the web browser. Okay, it says access the website on server 1 and server 2 using the web browser on PC 1. Use both of the HTTP and HTTPS protocol. So let's go ahead and do that. So the web browser for server 1 and 2. So server 1, there we go. Now that's the HTTP. So we have it. And let's do it for HTTPS too. So we have it. So that's for server 1. Now let's grab server 2. Let's go ahead and stop. Go ahead and stop. So we open it. So that's for server 2. Let it go. So we access it. Welcome to the Cisco Packet Tracer operating door. New opportunity. So let's hit that just to be on the safe side. Unless we open this. Let's type in https --, and then paste this command. Then paste this IP address and see if we got it. So we could. We sure good. So what else is it saying? See, it says to access the web site of PC1 and PC2 using the web browser on PC. Access the website for server 1 and server 2 using the web browser for PC1. Use both HTTP and HTTPS protocol. So we done that. We good. So use the show command. Use the show access list command to view which access list statement permit or deny traffic. The output of the show access list command display the number of the packet that match each statement since the last time the counter were cleared or the router rebooted. So let's go ahead and do. Ask us to do that, which we have already done it, but let's do it again. So and then we paste this command. So it's the so it says after the FTP, access the FTP of so note that to declare to clear the counter on the access list, use the access clear access list counter. You say clear access list counters. Okay. So now we have to access the FTP of server 1 and server 2 using the PC1. So the username and password is Cisco. Okay, so it says we have to use the PC1 to do that. So let's go on PC1. We gotta close this. We gotta use this. We gotta type in FTP. So username is Cisco. The password is Cisco. So we log into FTP. Or we log into server. So we log into FTP on server 1. So now let's end and do that for server 2. Let's end. Get out of that again. It's quit or something. Okay, so we quit. So it's quit. It's not end, it's quit. I'm sorry, guys. So now let's try FTP on server 2. So username is Cisco. The password is Cisco. Okay, so we are in for server 2 as well. So then let's see what else we have to do. So it says access the FTP. It says 1, ping server 1 and server 2 from PC1. Let's go ahead and ping. So since we already have the IP address of server 2, let's ping it. Ah, gotta quit, I forget. So quit, then we ping. Let's ping this. So that's ping server 2. Let's grab the IP address of server 1 while we're doing this. So let's just make this, oh sorry. So let's just remove this IP and just paste the IP for server 1, and both of them can ping. So let's see what else we got to do here. It says repeat step 2, step 2A to step 2C, ping PC2 and PC1. Repeat step 2A and step 2C with PC2 and PCA to verify the access list operation. So I understand. So basically what it means is that we gotta use those 2 other PCs to do those following. So let's go ahead and do that. This is pretty simple. So we gotta use command prompt. Let's do FTP, and which IP that I have here. The first IP was server 1. Let's double check. And the password is Cisco. The username is Cisco. That's right. Let's go ahead. Maxwell. Oh, okay. Cisco. Okay, so we in server 1. So let's quit. That was a typo here, guys. So that's why. Instead of typing Cisco, I type in Cisco. So that's why I say, yep, I say I type in Cisco. That's why I didn't take it. Okay, so now we quit. Let's FTP into server 2 from PC2. So as you can tell here, we're doing that now in PC2. There we go. And now it asks us for the username, which is Cisco. Let's not make any error this time. Password. So we in. So now it asks us to ping the IP of server 1. Since we already have server 2 IP here, let's use it. So let's grab server 1 and let's up our all and remove this IP. So basically what we should do is let's just up our, let's just up our and then we move this 1 S3 and make it 1. So we ping in, right? It's pinging server 1. So both of them get a ping. So basically, we just have to repeat the same step here on all of the PCs, and then we'll be good to go. That's what it says here. So repeat step A to step 2 with PC2 and PC3 to verify process access list operation. So let's go ahead and just do FTP as for server 1, space it, then go Cisco. Oh, sorry. Username is Cisco and password is Cisco. Then we in. So now that we're in, let's just quit. And let's do FTP. And let's remove this one and put the IP address of server 2. So that's Cisco, and then we into. So let's quit. Now we can ping both of them. Sorry. So that's that. Paste. So that's the IP address of server 1. Now after that, we just do up arrow and change the 1 to 3, which is the IP of server 2. So we good. So thank you so very much for following along with me. I know it's a long lab, but I apologize for that. I just wanted to follow all the instructions that's being provided. So again, stay tuned for another lab configuration for the CCNP/CCIE ENcor exam. Thank you. Bye-bye. I'll see you in the next lab.